All right, man. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Born Again Believers motherfucking show. This your boy Derek. Of course, I'm sitting live right now with my man King Khan, my co-host. What's good, bro?
Wagwan.
Hey, and we had to bring the angry black man back again, man, for some of this good knowledge he holding on to, man. What it do, angry black man?
Man, fuck everybody. Fuck them all.
Straight like that.
They don't want shit. They ain't buy shit. Don't want shit. Gonna always be shit. Nah, what's up? What's up? What's up?
What it do, man? What it do, man?
What's the word, man? What's up?
Man, so look, man. Today, I'm gonna pass the torch over to P and let him go ahead and lead out, man. And then we're gonna jump right into some juicy things, man. What it do?
Alright. Well, I know last show that we was on because of technical difficulties and insecurities and trauma, and I don't know what led up to that shit. But all the stuff that happened on the last show, wasn't able to get out any thoughts. And my last topic was going to be on the topic of reparations for Black America, and is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? And I know most Black people will be like, why would it even be considered a bad thing? But there's different ways to view it. And I'm not talking about bad for the economy, not bad for society. I'm talking about bad for our culture. Would that be something that would hinder us or make us better as we believe? So I'm gonna go ahead and just ask the questions, like simple questions you want to ask. Like last time I talked to you about it, Kate. When we did the research, they were saying in a Black household, from the interest of what they offered slaves upon freedom was 40 acres and a mule. With the interest on that turned into a cash dollar amount today in 2022, that's roughly over $800,000 per Black person in a household. All statistics of how many people are in and people are actually registered, you know what I'm saying, during the census. So with that type of money being said, do you think that's a good thing? Do you think that's something we as people should get?
Who you talking to? Me?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I ain't never been gave shit in my life. So I couldn't tell you how that feel if a motherfucker gave me $1 million or some shit.
Yeah, you know? It's about a little bit, slightly under $1 million.
I mean, it could be good and bad. You know, like 4 years ago, it would have been bad. I'd have drunk and partied that shit away.
Right, you know
right. So it just depends on what we're talking about and who we're talking about and why they giving it to us. But my thing is, if you ain't never got a motherfucker ain't never. Most of the Black people I know, they ain't never been given no opportunity like that. I got shit.
Right.
So why the fuck do we keep looking for Uncle Tom to give us the goddamn some money? I can't register that part. I understand it. I mean, that would be nice, but at the same time, it's almost like,
hey, bro. And that money that they talking about, that ain't a motherfucking enough.
Well, it's enough, but it's not enough if you don't know how to manage your shit.
Nah, you guys see, we shouldn't have to manage or think. We need to be reimbursed for over time. $800,000 don't cover time.
But the thing is,
it don't level the playing field out.
The youngsters today, we got way more knowledge and capabilities of doing anything. It's like, to be honest with you, the reparations is not fucking needed. They're not gonna give it to you. They already put it in your face. They done gave it to every other race there is except our black ass. So why do we keep going down that same road? That's what I'm saying. We have enough capabilities within ourselves.
That block going keep getting circled until that shit happens. We going
yeah.
There's no other avenue for you to explain.
Let's say it happen. Okay. Let's say it do happen. Then what?
Okay, now that was the one thing.
All the shit we dealing with, it still exists. Okay, you still got cops shooting motherfuckers in the back.
Right.
You still got all the goddamn shit going on in the world. What is gonna change once the reparations is set? And let's make it fair. Every black person in the United States actually get $1 million in their hand.
I'm gonna tell you what's not gonna change.
All the problems we have right now.
I'm gonna tell you what's not gonna change.
The black community is right now.
I'm gonna tell you what's not gonna change, and all of it stems to everything. It's jealousy.
It's deeper than that.
Yeah, by the time I get through this here, what we're gonna talk about today, it's gonna lead right back to jealousy.
It's deeper than that.
I just believe I believe that there's a proper way to do. I just believe there's a proper way to do everything. I believe that there's different ways that you can administer that type of wealth or administer that type of opportunity for a black person to better themselves. Because honestly, it is just a stipend for what I understand. It's like, okay, so I understand Kay's point on it. Like, it's not enough, which is true. It's not enough what they're saying, but we're talking about something that they can actually measure. Let's agree with that. Like, it's something that they're trying to they can measure the 40 acres of the
How can you make that the measuring stick when they can create billions and damn near $1 trillion and send it to another country?
If a motherfucker don't like me, don't want to be around me, why am I still asking that son of a bitch to help? I just want that motherfucker to leave me alone.
I don't, and they not gonna do that.
Okay.
History shows that.
They're not gonna give you the reparations. So why do we keep? It's almost like that's our.
I believe people looking for a quick boost off.
That's our handicap.
Generational wealth is our handicap.
Exactly. Well, our handicap is that the generational wealth is that we keep asking them motherfuckers to start creating.
Because they have killed and robbed for it.
It's like, I mean,
maybe we should kill and rob, get our shit back.
Well, shit.
How about that?
Like, I've been saying this shit for years. Like, damn.
See what it went? See how that happened?
Hey, hold on. With that being said, salute, man.
Salute.
Hey. How many minutes we into the show?
Hey, angry black man.
Yeah.
You done scared half my following off with that one, man.
Well, I'm just saying, what? Go clean your panties and come back.
We in a tender nut society.
I like this, man. See, everybody can talk game. Everybody can talk big. I can talk mad and angry. But at the end of the day, what are we gonna do?
Yeah. What is we gonna do, boss? What we gonna do?
We want our reparations, huh?
Straight.
Other than that, we ain't gonna do nothing.
So y'all believe that? But y'all believe So y'all believe you're voting against even thinking about reparations? No reparations.
I mean, it's like this, man. When I go do my work or whatever like that, the money I get is what I get. Anything other than that is a blessing. I'm not looking for a motherfucker to give me shit. If I tell you I need the job I'm doing is $300, I give him $300. But if you want to bless a nigga with $5, what the fuck? Okay, that's cool.
Don't you believe do you not believe you're in a real negotiate? Don't you got a real negotiating point right now legally to get that done? Why stand in front of yourself? I mean, it's just like people play the lotto every fucking day.
Yeah, but who gonna get your reparations?
Who gonna get the reparations?
Yeah, if they tell you right now, we're gonna cut you a check.
Yeah,
for $1 million.
Okay.
The system's still the same. You still gotta pay taxes on your shit.
Of course. Probably gonna walk out with 75 a quarter. You know what I mean?
They coming for your ass.
Right.
The educational wise and how we spend money, how we like to ball and what we do.
I already said it. I agree.
Do you see the trap that can be set the fuck up
by
handing every person, black person in America $1 million that never had $1 million? Do you see how if we don't watch ourselves,
it almost sounds like that's what I said. That it could be a bad thing.
It can still be a good thing. It could be a band-aid on what the problems are.
You know what? At least it would be an admittance. Because them niggas haven't even admitted they did that shit. They almost going real Hitler with it. Like, you know, you go to Germany and be like, what you talking about? They ain't nothing happening over here.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? They don't even want to admit that shit.
They won't do it because they won't admit they're wrong, but it's still a Band-Aid. It's like the thing that I know for a fact that we have to do as black people is not worry about them white motherfuckers. We need to get ourselves together.
It's kind of hard to not worry about it when they follow us in the car and just shoot us and shit.
I don't give a shit that motherfucker follow me all day long. I don't give a damn what that white motherfucker doing. I don't care. That's our problem. We worry about them. We don't worry about the black community. They're like this. I don't let anything happen within the vicinity that I'm walking in.
I ain't with that following shit.
It's like this. Nothing happens bad on my watch. That's if every black king can stand up and I'll just say, ain't a goddamn nothing bad gonna happen on my watch. Right. Far as I can fucking see. When I walk out my fucking front door, far as I can see, I'm not gonna let shit happen bad today. If we can all get on accord to that on one day. We may have one day of the crime rate going down so motherfucking low. It's ridiculous. Just because we not letting these white motherfuckers do the fuck they need to do. But guess what? We turn another eye. Or we turn our iPhone on. We turn the other cheek, or we turn the iPhone on. We don't, kings are not aligned. The army is within all of us, the state and days that we're going to not tolerate nothing from them folks on any given day. We pick the given day. We can't even do that. We got to argue about it. Who said it? Well, Big Mallow said Tuesday. Well, Wisconsin said Thursday. Why didn't he call? They want to know who's closest to who. Goddamn, man, everybody just make it a Friday. What Friday? This Friday or last Friday? Next Friday?
What time?
We can't get the goddamn date together.
What color shirt?
Are we passing out sandwiches?
Hell, not over here. Not over here.
You bringing guns? I mean, everybody else, nigga, read the itinerary. We can't do shit. That's gonna make a sustainable impact. We can't do it because we can't even get past. So if they told us we're gonna give y'all reparations on Thursday, right? We got 3 locations. Nigga, get in line. Guess what? Niggas will be dead. They come up, scratched up, beat up, the joints missing. They motherfucker fighting in the line. We can't organize the fucking line.
Yo, he got a problem.
He telling the truth. He telling the truth, bro. Hey.
Be fucked up. Niggas ain't get their lane. Niggas forgot their ID at home. Other niggas ain't got no ID. Other niggas, man, good shit. Man.
Man.
They ain't got shit together.
It ain't never 100%.
All right. So that's a good way to say it. I was liking the way you was going with that when you said
13% of us got arrested on the way there.
Let's not worry about them. Let's not worry about them. So let's pay attention to us.
Thank you.
Let's talk about how we can fix niggas.
How we go?
I agree.
Hey, I don't know how we gonna fix niggas, but we definitely gonna have to weed out some of the company.
Well, I got some ideas. It's gonna take longer than this fucking show. But
we got time.
Now we on a good topic.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's got. I feel like this, man. It's gonna take some weeding out a certain company, man, because.
Yeah, well, let me throw on the side note though. While we talking about us and they happen to cut a fucking check, we can still love us and receive the check too. But I'm not fucking worried about their ass right now. Fuck them motherfuckers.
No, man.
Let's see you as
No,
good, man.
don't
I
say
want my
that.
check. Fuck
Don't
that.
say that. Don't.
I'll take, look, if they cut, look, here's the cool part about this shit. If they cut the check, guess what? I get a check too.
Hey, man. You can't be riding the fence, man.
Right. This ain't no ride the fence.
Nigga, you is twinkle toeing the fuck out of that motherfucker. Bruh, you is doing a motherfucking spin 360 motherfucker on the fence right now, bruh. On your toes, man.
Now, see,
On your toes, man.
That's what's wrong with you
niggas. Niggas don't know how to balance. Nigga, pick one leg up. Balance on one leg, nigga. Know how to balance some shit out. Know how to balance, nigga. You got both your feet planted. Talking about your jumping.
Hey, man. I'm just saying. It sounds like you done found the silver lining. I'm learning, man. Hey, straight up. What else, man?
And we talking about us, all right?
Okay.
I feel like, so how?
Let's put this
culture. I'm about our culture, man.
All right,
like, what culture we follow, man? What's up?
Let's do this as we grow. Any black man that's pick up on this podcast or the show, whatever, as you get it, drop something in the DM so we can get hold to you. Cause we want 300 black men that we can call on one day, and we all don't have no agenda. We just sit on the line and drink some goddamn Crown Yak, whatever the fuck you. We ain't got shit to talk about.
Yeah, but we gonna talk about some shit.
We're gonna talk about some shit. You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we gonna kick the Willy Bobos.
We just wanna see how many motherfucking black people we can get online at the same goddamn time.
Black men. Black men.
Black motherfucking men.
We just asking for 300. We ain't on that Farrakhan level, man. We just asking for 300.
We're gonna get there. But at the same time, I mean, goddamn, can we just start some fucking way? We want to go straight to reparations. Well, we're killing
man.
Look, I'm gonna be the first man.
Yeah.
Man, you gonna go try to skip?
Sometimes hearing that shit sound primitive, right? Because that's your aggression. The only thing you see is the money, right? Most motherfuckers, right? But like, goddamn, they missing the whole point, nigga. When you get that money, you still gonna be a greedy, divided motherfucker going on your separate way. You ain't learned shit out of it as far as black people. We still ain't learned how to accept that we are a family.
We family.
You hear me?
Whether we have to learn off one another. We have to be able to accept one another and watch each other back totally. And things that come, it's like this. The things that happen, and then as we grow, you feel for other people. You know, you can't join a community of solid black men, and then something happens to a family, and you don't feel affected by it. That right there is already something we need therapy on, because we on this podcast right now because it's not because our family is really going through something at this moment. It may be, I don't know, but because other people, we feel the effects of what's happening to other people. That's a minority. That's black. The pain I feel. I didn't get shot by a cop.
Bruh, you'd be surprised how many people don't feel that pain.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised how many people do, and we're not communicating. We're not getting on a line. We'll talk about everything else.
That's who we looking for.
Yeah, we hear the pain, and we go straight to reparations.
Yeah, they can hang that shit up.
I mean, shit. Okay, I'll be honest. The only reason I bring up reparations so much, or bring up, because I feel like for me, and just individually, I would love to just separate from this whole issue. Like,
okay,
take myself out of this.
This is what my old man told me one time. My old man told me, as I started learning how to make my money and stuff, and what I do and how I treat people and whatever. My old man told me, he looked at me dead in my eyes. He owed me some money. Nigga owed me $200. I owed him $200 when I was little. Was a lot. I thought I was rich. $200.
Right.
Motherfucker fold that money up, put it in his pocket, and look dead at me and laugh. I said, a broke nigga never get paid. That stuck with me. I was like, what the fuck? I was broke. He counting the money. I said, that motherfucker. I'm gonna get his ass. That's all I was thinking, but I thought about it. I was like, okay. So I started saving up a little more money and all that, this and that. $400, $500, I got $600 in my pocket. When it come time for him to pay me again, I understood what he meant when he said that. Now he owed me $300. So now I had money in my pocket now. So now I went to his homeboy. You know, I called him Uncle. I said, Uncle Jew. He said, what's up? I said, hey man, my daddy owed me some money. He owed me $200. I got $50 right here if you go get my $200. Oh, no problem, young man.
You about to mount up.
My daddy, hey, boy, you owe your son some money. You better give your son that goddamn money, boy. Blah, blah, blah. My old man couldn't take his talking. He heard, boy, take your money. Go, get out my face. Because my uncle was a drunk. You know what I'm saying? Well, he couldn't stand his voice.
Yeah. Too much.
Since I had $50, I can get my $200. So we started at the bottom of the barrel. And these motherfuckers with money ain't listening to us right now. We have to unite, know how to organize, know how to get with people who's already doing what we doing, above what we doing, and we gonna get a lot of shit done.
Bruh, you giving us super game right now.
That was dope as fuck. I ain't gonna cap.
Super game. Hey, y'all niggas need to go back and rewind this shit, man. If you didn't catch that the first time, that man just dropped a major bucket of jewels, not one jewel, jewels on the ground, and to be a thou wow. Some of that shit, man, we have mentioned on this show as well too, but it's good to hear it from all angles, you know what I'm saying? So, man, hey, where we at? You got some more on that?
Nah, man, goddamn it, he motherfucker dropped the mic on that shit.
Bruh. He Hiroshima the page, man, right quick, man.
We just need to get black people. We gotta congregate. Ain't nothing else.
Hey, we gotta get off that boo-boo, man. Get off that bullshit, man. And you need to find your like-minded and build.
Know we about that shit. Though.
Get with it. Hey.
We gotta start with communication.
Hey, man, you gotta be a motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about just because your goddamn birth date over the date to get cigarettes and liquor. I'm talking about you got to be a motherfucking mind. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man.
And that go for all the militias that's out there, all you motherfuckers who doing it, been doing it, you're tired, you scratching your head, you wondering what's next, how we gonna do it, the black people ain't listening. Man, hit DM your boy, man. Don't DM me, DM.
Man, send a message, man. Link up.
I got the answer for you motherfuckers.
Hey, we got more than an answer. You know what I'm saying? We got more than an answer, but
and it ain't got nothing to do with a sandwich.
Say, link up, man. Link up. Hey, it sure the fuck ain't got nothing to do no goddamn sound. You dig what I'm saying? Man, link up, man.
But we need like-minded motherfuckers, man. Just goddamn. You ain't gotta say shit else. We just gotta unite, man.
Link up, man.
Other motherfuckers call it church.
Kings, man. Link up, kings.
Link up, man. Link up.
Don't play no games. Straight up, man. Hey.
That's where we gotta start, dog.
Well, speaking of dropping a damn bomb, damn.
Right.
Let's with much respect, I want to chop game up on Black Wall Street.
What is that?
That's the what they noted as the Tulsa massacre.
Okay.
Now, this happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This was back on May 31st of 1921. This was the site of a horrible massacre that was.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of something else. Okay,
Yeah,
there you go.
this was shrouded in silence for decades, bruh.
Right.
Shrouded. For those that out there don't know what shrouded mean, man, shrouded mean to cover or envelop, so as to conceal. So basically, they covered that motherfucker up, swept it up under the rug, and that shit was basically unknown for decades. Let's talk about this sneaky motherfucker song. You know what I'm saying? Trying to cover up tracks, man. How disrespectful can this be, man? To us as a whole, that you would do something so horrible and then go to the extent to try to get away with it. How you feel about that? You know, you being an older fella, angry black man, how you feel about that, man? What's your temperament on that, man?
It's like, but that's the thing about it though is when they can holler a lie long enough for people that don't know to start to believe, you know, because like when you're not taught the history and then you fail a lot over and over and over, they put propaganda in front of you over and over and over, and then we're not uniting our family. We separate as families. It's easy to push a lie or to hide the truth because they don't like to see three black men in the same room talking. They've been trained to separate you. So the knowledge technology is moving faster than they can move. So now we have the capability to come together and learn and find out our history, find out where we're from, and feel, you know, at peace and at home. And I guarantee you right now, I can really imagine how many black people don't have the feeling I have because they don't even do the research to know that Africa has accepted us and said we could come home anytime we want.
Yeah. People don't even know that we eligible for they don't even know we eligible for dual citizenship.
Yeah, they don't know the level of that because how we've been brought up. It was so long ago, but not that long ago. But the history is almost like they shielded us from it. So now we angry, we finding out about it. We everywhere. But as a black person, the only thing I see missing is not communicating with them or blaming them for what they've done wrong. Is connecting with other black like-minded men so we can correct the mistakes of our grandfathers and fathers.
Right.
And the stuff that they shielded us from, it's time for us to shield our children.
Hey.
I'm not doing this. I'm not saying all this because I need to know. It's because I see the effects. If I don't do it, my children's gonna have an issue or a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody gotta do the work. Somebody gotta do the digging.
Yeah. So the history of it, I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm mad, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by it. But I'm not finna attack the white man. I'm finna internalize my Yahweh, my God, energize my kings, my black people, that hey, use the knowledge we have, but we have to lean on one another and find out what the hell going on. And then we have to realize that the direction that I'm going, everybody's gonna follow because I have the capability to know I can't do it by myself. And the leaders is already in place. We have to plug and play.
Yeah.
Because everything is being repeated. I don't need to repeat what Jesse Jackson has done. I don't need to repeat what
soon as you see,
I just need to plug in. We need to plug in to those people.
Hey, soon as you switch up, Soon as you switch up and come unorthodox with your communication with people, bruh, everybody ain't ready to receive a different type of doctrine. You know what I'm saying? So, with me personally, I get disappointed because, damn, nigga, you can't see this shit? Or are you intentionally not seeing this shit on purpose?
Right. Well, that's how they confuse us. They confuse us by separating us with religion. They confuse us by making sure that if you're a Christian, you hate the Baptists. If you're a Baptist, you hate Christians. If you're Jehovah, you don't like. That's how they put it against you because they want you to think whatever your mind thinking that you're right. And if they able to convince you on their way of culture,
yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, dope.
That's dope. You're right. You're gonna think you're right when you're actually you actually are right, but you're wrong culturally.
Yo, you know what's dope about that? It's dope that you say that because people don't even realize like everything that we have access to, even knowledge, is permissible. I mean, screened by somebody that already overseen what's allowed to be given out to the masses and what's not allowed to be given out to the masses, right?
True.
So, somewhere down the line, people have to see this. Maybe this may be the first time you're hearing something like this. You need to see this and start questioning everything.
Right, but and what I had to learn was that what other groups has already learned that's more advanced than us is that everybody's not going to get it, but the job still needs to be done.
The seed got to be planted.
It got to be planted. But what I know is missing is that on the basic, the most simplest level is what we're not capable of doing. If we can prove the most simplest level and then activate that, then we'll be better off. Which means if you get 300 like-minded individuals in a room and we can just agree just to be there as black men, no agenda. We have to do that more than once. That's a start. Then every black man in that room have to understand that you are a king. Your vocals that you have is validated. We're not talking over you. We're not stepping on your knowledge. You need to be heard, black man. You need to be heard, black king.
Every one of them.
And then you link up with people who agree with what you agree with. Don't get mad because somebody don't agree with what you agree with.
Everybody
you
right.
You learn something that day.
Everybody
so you
right.
You have to be open-minded to other kings. So, but what they got us at is that they taught us how not to hear another king.
Yeah.
We get mad at one another. Because if you say something, black king, and I don't agree with it, I think you stepped on my knowledge, on my smartness. All right. So I get frustrated. Now I don't listen to you anymore. But a king should know that he don't know it all. So I'm always open to listen and learn. And every king should be that way. And give the next king the respect that he do. He may say some fucked up shit, but you can't condemn that man. A man may say he's saved, but just because his path is different than yours, that don't mean he's not saved.
Right.
He may be saved because his thoughts is to kill a man.
Oh yeah.
And he's saved because his thoughts is no longer there. But you also, you don't go to church every Sunday, so you're not saved. Yeah, you can't condemn nobody.
Hey, because you don't march with the sheep.
Right, but we have to be amongst all the sheep and know that there's kings amongst us, and we have to respect. We got to learn how to respect one another. Another king is not gonna disrespect another king. You make them blow up and argue and all that, but at the end of the day, you're hearing one another. And that other king you're talking to have to know that You may be able to overpower him because your voice is stronger, but he has to understand that you have the capability as a smart black man to listen while you talk.
Right.
And that's where we fall back. We don't hear one another. We don't talk to one another. Long enough, we get angry at one another. The black militias, we gotta talk and listen, and that is a part of what they're doing. I see they moving in the right direction, but we got to speed it up a notch. We got to get them to the root cause of these feelings. And that's it. And that's the root cause. It's that simple. We shouldn't talk about nothing else until we get that part organized. That's real. And that's a serious shit. That is so serious. Because you get niggas, goddamn, man. You know, we may have to just make a day where everybody makes sandwiches. Man, make 9,000 sandwiches. We have to make a sandwich.
Them sandwiches ain't gonna make it if I make them, because they're gonna get taste tested.
But I know, you know.
I'm sorry, I got to get down on that.
I know we need to get back to, I know we're gonna have to get back to Whitey real soon, but I think we need to, because if we get just that little movement, and then we plug and play. You know, I know that people are, you know, the militias that call in, or the people that call in, the actresses that call in, they some of them may call in angry, and I'm welcoming them. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring your sandwiches. Bring your guns.
Yeah.
But I got something to tell them. It's something you're missing. Something you're missing. Where they gonna go to it? But nigga, what you doing? What you guns?
Yeah. They wanna throw stats around and shit.
Bring it. I welcome it.
We ain't got time for all that. Man.
But we have to talk. We have to get somewhere. But the ones who are not reachable, the ones who can't talk and listen at the same time, which is balancing.
I don't want to talk to nobody that can't realize that they tape broke. They on repeat.
Some niggas don't know they on repeat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to deal with that type of individual.
I see a motherfucker go to the club every goddamn Thursday. Walk the same circle. They don't know they on repeat.
They doing the same dance move.
They wore a different jersey.
Damn. Hey, man.
On repeat.
Hey, man. Why it gotta be a jersey, man? Why it gotta be a jersey, man? Look at me. Hey. What's today? Okay, it's Monday. It ain't Thursday. I was about to say, hey, if it was Thursday, man, I was about to be like, golly. Hey, you rough, man.
No offense to the jersey.
Hey, man. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, you shooting real pimping tonight, man.
I mean, some of us don't know we on repeat.
We are. You know? A lot of us don't even know, like, even with the activism, it's 40 years of the shit, 60 years, 80 years of the same shit.
Yeah.
Like, what's the new play? What's the new strategy? Like, dang.
I got the new play.
Can we put some brilliant minds together in a room with some powerful men?
The new play is strong, powerful, and boring.
Can we put some brilliant minds together? Can we sit down and put our heads together? Can we build? Man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, we got to do it.
Can we build like Black Wall Street, man? One time.
Fuck what the other side is doing. That's what we got to get away from this shit. Yeah, we losing soldiers right now. Yeah, we losing a lot of, but we got to take one step at a time.
You right. And that, man, you know what? We a type of people, man, that's like an old hound that's been chained up in the backyard all his life. And as soon as that leash break, he gone. You know what I'm saying? We want some rapid shit to show up in our life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's in all of us as a whole. Like, man, we done seen and been, and it's continuing down for so long that, man, we ain't got another 100 years to be praying and be waiting. I need something right now. You know what I'm saying? So with that type of attitude, and you got people chanting self-made and go get the bag and chase the bag and
it's all good, but we got to be on the same page on that. We have to love brothers who get the bag.
man,
we can't hate on nothing that's going on in the black community. We have to help, assist. You have to be a Scottie Pippen. You have to be, you have to. You have to. There's no way for us not to communicate and get something done.
We should go up on the top of Stone Mountain and fry some fish. Right on top of the Klansmen's quarters.
That would be lovely. And the thing is, it's like this. Every a king can make shit happen without even moving. And if all of us realize that we have the king within us, we can just pick a day and shut this motherfucker down.
Bruh. Hey, look, I've been reading this wonderful book. I'm not going to call it out. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know what book it is, leave some information down there, right? But what you talking about right there, right? Man, you talking that general talk right now, man. You know what I'm saying? And, bruh, I've been soaking that there up like cornbread and pot liquor from the collard green. I'm telling you. Man, so...
And everybody, the old way of activism, I don't know if I'm saying that right. The old way of...
Activism?
Yeah, that's it. They have developed a system to combat that. But we're not at war with them.
Yeah.
They're at war with us. So they have created a system to where that does not work anymore. So what is a God-fearing, righteous person to do?
Defend himself.
That's a scary thought. Because think about it. Somebody as loving as your mother. That's what we're talking about. What is a person like your mom to do? My mom was the most loving person you ever wanted to meet. Everything was positive. Is a person like that ready for somebody to come kick her door in? The answer is no. So it takes kings that understand that that's a possibility. That should be alarming right there. Just that notion that your mother's not safe. Every nigga in America should be an alarm right now.
Yeah, so if you want to kick some ass.
Yeah, so that's what we got to get. What, Negro, set your alarm off? Because you niggas are asleep without a timer.
Man, the niggas gonna die.
We sleep without a timer.
The niggas gonna die, man.
So, I
a lot of us may die, but them niggas gonna die easy. They're easy kills. That's like going to Chuck E. Cheese. Ding, 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 ding. Easy kills. Just stay asleep, nigga.
And the cold part about this shit, man.
Stay asleep, nigga. Easy kill. Ding, ding, ding. You won't even see it coming.
I want men to hit our line up that feel like they're kings, bro. And lost right now. We all are. Even the crap low dollars of the world, them motherfuckers lost too. You think them niggas wasn't hurt when the pandemic hit and they church wasn't full?
Bruh.
You think they wasn't scared?
Guess what I saw?
Wonder what they gonna do?
Guess what I saw? What's some brother's name that be standing on the corner, man, going at everybody with the word?
Prophets,
Nah, it's a bunch of black men. They usually have I want to say tassels around the bottom of their shirt. Nah, it's gonna come to me shortly, man. But they be big on putting the word out, and they ain't playing no games, right? And man, I seen some footage today where them boys pulled up, man, and they was outside of a black man's church, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, evidently they must have had an encounter with him before, and they must have challenged him on the word that he was putting out to his congregation, right?
Uh,
And today, man, they got on him, bro. He didn't know nothing. Everything that he was saying was coming from his brain of creativity. It was not like anything of information that's considered to be fact.
right.
It's a
And that's what we have to be. We have to, like, as we build like-minded kings, we have to be open enough to know that there are people out here who've been doing it for a long time. We need to plug in everybody.
you know what I say,
And keep
bruh.
it moving.
I feel like this: if God anointed you to preach, you don't have to go to a theological seminary. Go preach. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
If you go to a theological seminary, then you put into the system. You put into the system once you get into the seminary. Now you got a structured development of what they want you to be when you graduate from that as a face of a church, as the voice of God, so to speak.
Here's the thing: there's nothing wrong with that too. But here's what we.
But that is something that cripples everybody else that's sitting up under that being.
But listen to me though. Listen to me though. Hear this out clear. If that's what they mission to do, they do it the way they do it. But it's still up to you, Black King, to not follow that man, but follow the word. Anybody who's at the pulpit, those are not our saviors. That's just a message. And sometimes the message can be off kilter. So it's up to you. It's up to us to follow the message.
Unfortunately, bro, I've been in some churches where I've seen the minister, he got a royal king's looking throne of a chair while everybody else sitting in fold out chairs. I've seen them pat him down and undress him out of his blazer like James Brown when he get fired up and get ready to shut it down. I've seen him, basically just get worship. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now answer me this. Do you really think it's his fault or the people that's following him fault?
My people perish for lack of knowledge.
There you go, big homie. There you go, big homie. So as the people learn and their knowledge get better, the right people are going to lead and go point the other direction. I mean, we have to learn. We have to seek knowledge. We have to seek it. It don't land in your lap. It don't land in your lap on Sunday. It don't land in your lap with some motherfucker up there preaching.
Yeah.
But when he preaching though, I'm seeking knowledge. Now what don't sound right to me, I have to, my kingship, my Yahweh, have to say, whoa. Let me put that aside. Let me research that. But we stop researching. We just standing up and clapping. We listening to fairy tales.
Man.
We getting triggered by emotions instead of doing the fucking research.
I ain't never seen nobody. I'm so glad.
Look, you can learn a lot from a devil.
I'm so glad that my grandma taught me to think for myself and not to count on anything. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people wasn't evidently taught that growing up. There's a lot of people that, like, because you drape this title or linen over your body.
We all been duped. If you're in America, we all been duped. We all been duped and not taught. But we do have, right? We have some preachers that's scared right now as we speak because they've been, on a level that they can't control. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's exposing season for them.
And then we're supposed to help. We're supposed to be in a help mode all the time. But we're not. We're not in a helping mode. We're not. We're totally off.
Man, we got way too much vanity, bro. It's too many people worried about what other people think about them.
I'ma get mine, nigga. I'ma get mine. right, that's cool. I ain't never said you couldn't.
I'm trying to tell you.
The fuck you looking at me up and down?
Right. Why you saying this? Why you saying it? That many times you could have been left and went and go get it.
He's looking at me up and down and shit. I'll get mine. Okay, go get it.
Yeah, don't let me hold you back.
Yeah.
I want you to get it. Yeah. P, what's up, man?
Man, I'm just sitting back soaking this up, man.
I know, man.
Drunk. Oh no, I take it. I got myself drunk.
Hey, I'm gonna push back a little bit on this. So we talked about them trying to conceal and cover up things, right? Around man, most people don't even know. Like people that's from the don't even know about that massacre, bro. They don't learn about it until they actually end up in college, like at Oklahoma State or something like that, man.
That's true.
That's crazy. So basically, a bunch of people. I'm just saying from my angle, I'm gonna just be country. I'm gonna say cross the track. A bunch of people cross the track, descended on the city's prosperous black enclave of Glenwood, and proceeded to burn and loot and kill until scores were dead, and 35 city blocks was destroyed.
That's crazy, man.
Man, it get crazy, man.
But check this shit out. As we get to know the history, this is how we become a wounded people. Now that we have the knowledge, it's in front of us. We can research it. Our mind is open. If we don't grasp our kingship and our time back,
yeah,
we're gonna be in a spiral of depression.
It's gonna start over again.
We have no outlet.
It's gonna start over.
Yeah, if we don't have enough, I'm hearing about that, and that makes me want to go visit that site. But guess what? It's millions of us who cannot go and mourn or go to a place once they find out their lineage, their history, what's going on, black people doing this. We are a scorned people right now. And then we still have this white monkey on our back poking at us.
They figured out how to corral the nation.
Yeah, so and that's what's happening. So it's easy to get you off track because we already scorned. We already been abused. We already don't know how. And then when we start healing, we abuse each other in the process of healing. Ooh, that nigga too black. Ooh, that nigga yellow skin. Ooh, that nigga, he chocolate. He yellow skin. Light skin niggas in, dark skin niggas out.
Oh, man. Hey, that's like every 30 years.
Yeah, we do that shit ourselves.
Yeah. Hey, back in the 80s, them yellow niggas was winning, boy. Yeah, but then when they got down to the 90s, man, Johnny Gill took over, man. Bobby Brown took over, man. Hey, I ain't even gonna talk about Milli Vanilli.
That nigga fucked it up for everybody.
Hey, man, they exposed that people are out there faking the deal. Hey, niggas, stop faking the deal, man. Can we get some real people, man? Can we get some real people, man?
But I just want people who hit this line, that just like-minded men who want to get on here and chop it up. If you feeling like you're a king and you ain't got nobody to say it, you feel like you want to say it out loud, say it out loud.
This
man.
it. This the forum right here.
This gonna be it. No apologies.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, you go get this education, man. While you dropping them jewels, you go get some of this education I got over here on this paper. You hear me? Look here, big dog. I'm for the educate now. I'm about to educate. Don't do that shit. Don't do that.
That nigga had me so hot, man. I was mad because I had no click button on this phone. I want him to know. I had to call him back and let him know I hung up on him.
Yeah, hey.
Let me call the nigga back.
Yeah. Hey. That's when you know it's love, bro. You gotta be like, man, let me call that dog. But yeah. Know you messed up. Yeah, I know I messed up. I messed up.
No click button.
Hey, so I'm gonna get this shit out. I'm gonna get this shit out tonight. Oh, wait, we ain't going nowhere until everybody know about fucking this shit. The fucking shit went down. We ain't going no goddamn well. No goddamn well.
You knew if a nigga hung up on you back in the day. It took 2 minutes for that phone to hang up.
Hey man, look, I'm just trying to put my people on, man. I'm trying to help y'all get y'all shit together, man. I swear to God, man. I don't know why. But I'm trying. But it's something that I really just want to point out because I'm going to cut off because I know you got some goddamn game. You just overflowing tonight. You know, that crowd roar got you wrecking the mic tonight with knowledge. This man got knowledge on knowledge. Hey, let me just get this. Damn, he done knocked it out. Oh, he done knocked it out. Look, big dog. Look, angry black man. Basically, what I want to get across to these people, man, that what I got highlighted right here is the acts of violence from the bombings to the fires to the beatings to the killings to the rapings to all of the things you can imagine. These acts of racial violence took aim at the roots of generational wealth, shaping the nation and its inequities in ways we still see today. As I would say, as the Civil War neared its end, a guy named General William Sherman had been convinced the newly emancipated slaves needed their own land to secure their freedom. He issued Special Field Order Number 15, setting aside 400,000 coastal acres of land for black families, and stated no white person whatever, unless military officer and soldiers detailed for duty, will be permitted to reside. A provision was added later for mules. 3 months later, that order vanished with a single shot. The shot was the bullet that killed Abraham Lincoln. And in the fall, President Andrew Johnson reversed Sherman's order, the general, allowing Confederate farmers, rednecks and shit down south, to regain the land. It demonstrated a ruthless appropriation that would be repeated for decades to come. So this slaughter that I'm telling y'all about, man, that they telling us about, was the beginning of something that was going to continue on and on down the line, generation to generation, until they gained back everything that they felt like they lost and probably then some.
Right.
So,
but and the thing I want to take from that, well, not take from it, but I want us to learn from that is, as we hear the history of it right now, we have to train our brain to soak it in as a black king, not as an angry black man.
Straight up.
So everybody that's listening, who had an opportunity to hear this all the way to the end, everything you hear from here on out about black slavery or how white folks did us, you should soak it in as a black king, not an angry black man.
And it should it should keep your alertness on.
Yes, and a black king is way more dangerous than an angry black man. So just remember that. So we got to get our kingship back, which means your heart should be in line with your mind and your soul. If your heart ain't in line with your mind, You ain't never heard her say, fuckhead ass nigga.
Hey,
you gotta be in line.
hey, you might wanna they might wanna go and find they might wanna go find a yoga instructor so they can start out learning their chakras to build up.
But you gotta be, it's the difference of being a man and being a king and hearing things as a king and not an angry black man.
Man, these niggas ain't ready to cut no nigga head off, bro.
They have to get ready. This is what we got.
Niggas don't even want to know what the texture feels like to cut a man's head off, bro.
If they reach out, we gonna get it, man. We gonna get there. And that goes to old motherfuckers too. I ain't talking to you youngsters. I'm talking to you old ass niggas sitting around the house in damn flip flops, tripping over your goddamn own feet.
Hey, you ain't talking about them niggas that be in them parties shuffling around like they in a fraternity now, is it?
Man, all the niggas with the money, all the niggas who got it. I'm talking to every black man who got a family, but they not walking in their kingship. There's a lot of us.
They out there shuffling for pussy.
Well, shit, yeah. I mean,
swaying their hips around and handing out sandwiches.
Yeah. Well,
goddamn.
I mean, all of us, we all been guilty of it. You know, we've been men, but we ain't walking around in our kingship. We ain't a king can't be disturbed. Put it like that. So we hear shit like this. We hear it in your kingship, it don't disturb you.
You know what? I'm still learning.
Me too.
I'm still trying to master patience and calmness. I'm still a stick of dynamite.
Yeah, we all are.
And
that goes to you rich ass men too. You've been men, but you ain't walking around in your kingship. All these niggas with all this goddamn money, you millionaires. If you was a king, we wouldn't be talking about this shit right now. So I need y'all to chime in too. I need all the niggas with the money to chime in. I need all the D-boys to chime in. I need all the niggas who feel the way we feel. But we need to be united as a king. Each one of us. So, all you niggas, rolling around in your Maseratis and whatever kind of cars you got, you can't tell me you ain't affected like everybody else. There's something that you know is missing and you can't put your finger on. I'm telling y'all niggas to plug in.
No.
Leave it at
Waters run deep. Paul, where you standing, man?
I've been sitting in the cut, man, this whole episode. I haven't been more floored in a couple episodes in a long time.
I'm going to tell you like this. As the crown go in, the crown comes out.
I feel you.
Yeah, I touched on Tulsa last episode. And it's a crazy situation. You brought up some information I didn't know.
I got some more. If you want some more, I got a little bit more.
Go ahead, man. Keep going. I'm listening. I swear.
Bruh. So let me keep going, man, because I know this got to be like I said, it's going to be mind-blowing, man, to show y'all some shit. So, Black Americans created pockets of wealth during the Reconstruction years and into the early 20th century. Wherever blacks created a refuge, white people pushed back through political maneuvering and violence. What does that sound like? Think back about just a minute ago when we had the presidential election, when they was trying to fight us over where we can vote, trying to cut us off from locations that's in driving distance. You got to go way out here. All this violence, protests, and all this shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Same playbook. No, nothing new. We ain't no creators. We the creators. Whole that. So they would push back through political maneuvering and violence. This year marks the centennial year of Black Wall Street in Glenwood down in Tulsa. Glenwood was a glistening city within a city, home to grocery and retail stores, theaters, restaurants, and hotels. They had all the businesses and services that would cater to black residents of a segregated state, meaning they didn't never have to leave town for shit. They had it all there. They had hospitals. I think they had an airport. You know, they had everything, bro. Like everything that you would find in a city to survive. Um, Let me see. It said the streets were lined with stately mansions of doctors and business tycoons, as well as the more modern dwellings of domestic workers. It made so much paper that it became known as Negro Wall Street. It also says that white people called it Little Africa or Niggerland.
Man, that's what's up.
So, this is how it went down. A lynch mob formed in downtown Tulsa after a 19-year-old black man was accused of assaulting a white woman. That night, thousands of white folks launched an all-out assault on Greenwood with rifles. Glenwood, excuse me. Machine guns, torches, aerial bombings from private planes. The rampage lasted into the next afternoon, leaving 10,000 blacks homeless and their communities burned to nothing but ash and rubble. It's still unknown how many were killed, but it's estimated as many as 300 lost their lives in the massacre. I say bullshit because they still discovering bodies right now that's buried like up under the train track out there and shit. I seriously doubt it was just 300 people that got killed that lost their lives in the massacre. I think it was way more. It was one of the worst racial acts of violence in American history, man. And it was part of a larger pattern of assault. Over 100 massacres happened between the end of Civil War and the 1940s, and they took place in the North, the South, the East, and the West. So, right after we get out of the Civil War and we considered free, all they did was whenever they saw we developed something, they came and destroyed it and fucked us over and killed us off and took the land and then started over for them again.
Right.
And we left that on the string. And this shit been going on forever. Wrong repeat.
Because we don't develop.
Look,
how can I say this?
This is say, man.
We don't. What we got to do this time is what's already been done, but it has to be a. It's almost like running a. We haven't ran with all the cylinders at one time. You know, we've only started part of the car. You know, we run off this mode of activism. We see a champion come out, they speak well, we let that ride, you know, and we expect them to do it all, and they disappoint because their agenda's not our agenda. All cylinders have to be clicking across the board, you know, and that's what they keep us from doing, and that's why we have to come together as like-minded kings first to be able to make decisions. To be able to put people in position that once we make a decision, it can be implemented. We can't keep yelling into the street and there's nobody there.
Yeah, them niggas they at home eating dinner and sleep like a motherfucker.
Man, come on, we do this shit all the
time. Playing with the kids, fluffing the dog.
We marching in the streets,
yelling,
and we're talking to no one.
Hey, they started going to the motherfuckers' houses and yelling in front of their houses and shit.
I'm saying we don't even know who we're fighting. We don't know what we're doing. We're just expressing ourselves.
Hey, they searching though. They trying to find somebody. They don't know who they looking for, but they trying.
Nigga, they finna make all they finna make every nigga in America an avatar.
Nigga, you know how I feel about
now your
Marshall.
ass ain't gonna be in the street. You ain't gonna be in the streets no goddamn more. You gonna be on your goddamn computer, marching hands up, don't shoot. You gonna get all your little minions in the avatars.
That's corny.
Y'all gonna,
That's corny.
You gonna be in Avatar world.
That's corny.
About Black Lives
I
Matter.
ain't gonna be there. I ain't gonna be there, man. I'm sorry.
That's where it's going because they keep pushing the envelope, and we're not.
They finna put everybody in the house.
We're not communicating on who we need to be talking to. We just mad. We mad at this activist. We mad at this militia. We mad at that. We mad. But we're not communicating to one another. All aboard. So.
Hey, you don't even know it, but you've been just like the Bible. It's certain things that you have more, I want to say feeling for in what you was delivering, that you have said a repetitive amount of times that people, I hope they caught it.
Yeah.
People need to basically drop their armor, put your sword down, and we need to converse.
Hit the line. We need to link up, man.
Yeah, we need to converse.
It need to be, and then once we get enough like-minded individuals, then we can make the next step, the next move, which is not outdoing the next people. It's plugging in to the people that we need to talk to and make the movement a righteous movement. But it got to be one. It got to be one big power cord. When I pull a plug on that motherfucker and engage that bitch, all shit should light up. Not just one part. I just him over there, him over here. In a calm, fascist manner, in a kingship manner. Everybody on one accord. But we got how you get on one accord when everybody just yakking all everybody got guns, everybody talking at the same motherfucking time. Ain't nobody goddamn listen. Everybody how they gonna get there, they gonna get mine. They do this. I know what I would do. Like nigga, y'all doing everything but listen. I ain't doing shit. You want to worry about who gonna be a leader here, who gonna be there. This group is better than this group. I wouldn't go march over there. If you wouldn't do it, just shut the fuck up. If you ain't gonna do it, just shut up.
It's time for a new strategy. It's time for a new plan.
And like I say, it's not complicated.
And we got that plan. Yeah.
It's not complicated.
Yeah.
They got nothing to do with it. It's so goddamn simple. It's scary. It's so fucking simple. And them white folks know it. Every time they love when you got their name in your mouth. That's why they call them crackers. Don't you love rich crackers?
God damn. I thought,
cinnamon crackers.
And what I heard they call them, that. I heard they call polywana. Hey, I heard they call them that because them possessing the whip, and you know what I'm saying, and it sounds that kind of stuff.
That's why black people are calling them crackers.
Oh, and by the way, for you confused motherfuckers out there, the South did lose the Civil War. They did lose that motherfucker. I don't know why they still allowed to even wave flags all down south.
Well, because we let them. We let them. That's why I say it all comes back to the black kings around this motherfucker.
People, I'm gonna say this: people that lost touch with the warrior now.
Yeah, everybody's to themselves, and they're willing to let bullshit happen within their eyesight, within their reach. And that's where we are falling short.
Gotta get back in tune with yourself, man.
Yeah, we gotta get back, and we gotta teach youngsters, which I mean younger than me, that's what I consider a youngster, how to be a king. And then, but the thing is, we in a world of show and tell now. So if you just now becoming a king, other men can see that.
Yeah.
So we have to teach them to respect one another first, so you can learn off a king that's just becoming a king, and y'all can grow together. But we quick to condemn somebody who's growing.
Hey, especially if they shut you out.
Yeah,
Yeah, hey, if they shut you out, the ones that's condemned be the ones that get together and try to destroy.
Right, but then look how karma is. The ones who was bullying, now the internet has opened up to where the least popular person now becomes popular, or he's popular now. You see what I'm saying? So we have no excuse.
Hey, and the nerd with all the money can get the cold girl now.
Right, but those type of people, they don't have any warrior mentalities within their frame of mind. So you probably can easily manipulate. It's like we have a culture that has never experienced what we've experienced. They can't see what's being done to them because they haven't experienced that. That's why I'm at an alarm and I'm yelling to the top of my lungs, because my children, I didn't raise them to see what I'm seeing from these white folks. So my sons and they're not equipped to handle the racism, because in their world, racism doesn't exist, because that's what I taught them. So now I have to reprogram them and say, oh, you know what, son? I forgot to tell you something. So as a king, I have to alert the village. So that's what we have to do. You know, if they don't get it, then I can't get mad at that. But I gotta keep pushing until they get it, and then they can see the walk. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta blow the horn.
You gotta blow the horn.
We gotta blow the horn, man. And this ain't stepping on nobody who been doing it for years. You know, I tell the motherfuckers like this all the time. I got a homeboy, nigga build cars every day. You know, motherfuckers, you know, I go to him before I go to anybody. But one day I'm over standing up in his garage. He was there for about 20 hours, he told me. He said, man, I've been here for 2 days. The fucking car won't start, it won't do this, it's acting up. I just rebuilt the whole motor chromed out, all this shit on it, man. Clean the motherfucker. Nigga couldn't figure what was going on. I'm fresh-minded. I don't know shit about what he doing. I walked in. He had the charger on the car and everything. Lit up. But I looked at the wall. The fucking charger wasn't even plugged up.
Oh, that man was on some good grain.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he done smoked some good ganja. He brought the electricity, but he ain't get none.
All the shit. Everything. He wonder why that motherfucker won't kick over. He got the big charge. I mean, he got the big motherfucker. He got the dollar. Put the cables on that motherfucker and everything.
He smoked some good ganja.
That little plug, that 220 plug he should have had, it wasn't plugged in the wall.
Yeah. Damn.
But how do we know that if we don't communicate? We don't know. He probably thought he had to start from scratch, rebuild a whole motherfucking motor.
Shit. Not me. I know how long it takes to do that.
Yeah, he could have discredited what the fuck I said. You know what I'm saying? And you know, do what the fuck he want to do. And, you know, never look behind the wall and see the motherfucker plugged in.
Bitch ain't even plugged in.
So we gotta communicate. He turned that key, that motherfucker.
Hey man, it's okay to take your time, black people. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you don't miss a step. It's a marathon, not a race, not a sprint.
We do too much. We miss the simple shit.
We miss the simple shit. That's what I want to do. I want to bring it all the way back to the simplest form of what we need to do. Man brought the thing to handle some electricity, but never plugged it into the electricity.
Never plugged it up. Nigga had 700 horses. 700 horses.
He might have had one.
Burn the fuck out.
700 horses.
chromed out, nigga, and that bitch wouldn't turn over.
Till he plugged it in the wall.
So, that bitch would just click. That bitch would just.
Oh man. Hey man, P. Tonight was a dope night, man.
Yeah, man.
A lot of game, man. A lot of game laid out tonight.
So all the Black Kings who hear this, man, y'all plug in, DM, drop a line, leave a message.
Do something, man. Do something. You know what I'm saying?
Boy,
You got anything you want to close out with, King Kong?
Yeah, man, y'all be safe out there, man. Protect your throne, man. Don't let it happen to you.
One of our viewers wanted confirmation, was you really you?
Who?
Clickety.
Who you talking to?
I'm talking to P.
Who is it? Me is really me. What you talking about?
Hey, Clickety. Oh man, there go my nephew.
What's up, man?
Oh man, there go my nephew. Yeah, let me sign off, man. Hey man, that man brought my nephew in the camera, man. Hey, look, man, I just want to tell y'all this, man. We're gonna keep doing this, man. Win, lose, or draw, man. The game gonna get put out regardless, like it or not, man. Who is meant for gonna receive it, man. For those of you that have been receiving it and clicking like, man, and I don't know if you've been sharing it or not, but if you have, me and King Khan just want to say thank you, man. Also, we got another show that we're going to be recording rapidly, but it's probably going to be coming a little bit later, and it's going to have a really dope guest on it too, man, and we're going to get deeper into some more things that in the form of organization that people probably haven't thought about, that needs to be thought about and talked about amongst us. Is that it on that, man?
Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord. Hey, man, Angry Black Man, I appreciate you, brother, man, for coming through, man. You dropped some game today, bro.
Bye, motherfuckers.
Hey, P, I appreciate you as always, King Khan, man. All day, all day. Hey, I think we all learned something today, man. I think we all learned something, man. So with that being said, man, hey, peace, love, peace, love. We gonna holler. You heard me? One.